Hi, I'm Loli, and I'm so glad you are here. Hi friends, today I will be showing you how to make 5 Easter and Spring DIYs under $5. Are you ready? Let's go. For our first inspiration, I will be using one of these signs from Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and remove that twine, and I'm going to paint it using some of this chiffon cream from Rust-Oleum. I gave it a total of 1 coat. Then I'm going to take this beaded from a beaded garden from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint it with this brilliant gold from Kryolan, and this is what it turned out like. So now we're going to reposition this hanger onto our board here. I put a little bit of hot glue at the tip of it so I'm able to thread it through, and I'm going to tie it with a nut towards the top of this sign. Once I created a double knot, I put the 2 pieces of twine together and I looped that bead right over both of them to hide that extra twine and give this a finished look. And I did the same thing with the other side as well. Then I took this beautiful new decor piece from Dollar Tree. It is stunning. If you find it, get it. The image here doesn't give it justice. I'm just going to go ahead and add this on top of this sign using a combination of E6000 and hot glue. When flipping it over, I made sure to put the areas of the flower that had the glue onto each one of the sides where the board is touching. I made sure to press it down firmly until it adhered correctly, and then I just cut off any excess glue that seeped out. I love this piece. It's simple yet elegant. Today's video is part of the 5 Under 5 challenge that is hosted monthly by Emily from Farm Charm Chic, and the guest host this month is Shannon from Shannon's Crafty DIYs. The links to their channels and to their playlists will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Make sure that you're heading over to their channels and to their playlists and show everyone some love. Alright friend, for the next DIY, we will be using this new decor piece from Dollar Tree. The first thing that I did was remove that hanger, and we are also going to be removing all of the tinsel that it comes with. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I hope you will also consider subscribing, and when you do, make sure that you hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you each time that I upload a new video. Thanks in advance for your support. And this is how it turned out after everything was taken off. We are going to leave that welcome sign on there. Now we're going to take some of this yarn from Dollar Tree. I thought it was a perfect color for some carrots. So I'm going to wrap it around the entire carrots, as you see right there. I did already the bottom, but pretty much what I did was tie a piece to the end there at the bottom and then just keep wrapping it upwards until it was completely covered, and just a little piece of the top of the carrot as well. I went up about 1 inch up those 3 browns, and then I'm going to remove the excess and twirl it around in the back. I'm tucking it under the rest and just cutting off the excess. And I repeated the same thing with the other 2. Then I took some of this greenery from Dollar Tree, and each one of the stems come with 2 little pieces of the greenery on it. So I'm going to push those 3 pieces upward, and I'm going to cut the stems into individual pieces. But first I wanted to make sure that the yarn will stay in place, so I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue on the back of each one of the carrots here to make sure that the twine stays in place. And I repeated the same process with all 3 carrot tops. Once that glue's set, I'm going to take my snip zone here and I'm going to cut off the 2 outside pieces on the carrot here, these plastic pieces, but I'm making sure to do it just a little bit above the twine so it does not unravel. And I repeated the same thing with the other side as well. And I just left that middle so I had a little bit of support for the greenery. I placed 2 pieces per every carrot, and I repeated the same thing with the other 2. And this is what it turned out like. I love this piece. Let me know what you think about it. I want to take a quick moment to say thank you to my subscribers for subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing, all these things help me tremendously. They help my channel grow, and I appreciate you very much for them. And if you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe and join the Lolly D's Creations family. It is free and it means the world to me. For the next inspiration today, I'm going to be using one of these wood signs from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and remove that tag and paint it with 2 coats of my apple barrel white paint. Then I took some moss from Waverly and I'm going to paint the hanger. Then I took one of these napkins from Dollar Tree and I'm going to just remove one of them, and I'm going to cut off one of the sections. Then I took some Mod Podge and I'm going to add it on the entire front of the sign. Then I'm going to take the piece of napkin and remove the back end from it, and we're going to place it very carefully, just doing like one section. I'm starting with the bottom here, trying to line it up as best as I can and holding it up, and I'm placing it down slowly to make sure that it has minimum wrinkling. If you're still watching, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Please leave me a flower emoji so I know who you are. It was a little bit challenging to keep everything straight, but just try to keep that napkin lifted as you see there and work in small sections until it's completely adhered. Once I had it down, I'm going to come in with the same brush that I had before with the Mod Podge, and I am sealing in the edges, making sure that everything adheres nice and correctly. And here I'm just tapping it down to make sure that that napkin adheres to the surface. And then I'm coming into the top as well to protect this beautiful napkin. I also added Mod Podge to the frame and to the background, so that way everything is cohesive. Then I took a zip tie and I'm just poking on the sections in which the ridges or the indentations of the board are, and then I'm coming back on top of it with some Mod Podge to go ahead and show those indentations. And then I'm taking 2 little flowers from Dollar Tree, as you see right there, and I'm going to glue them right on top of the jute cord to hide its ugliness. And I repeated the same thing with the other side. I absolutely love how this one turned out. Let me know what you think. For the next inspiration this evening, I will be using some of these coasters that I got from Temu, and these come in a pack of 24 and I got them for $19, so I'm going to use 4 of those. The first thing that I did was take them and give them a good sand, and I wanted to round off the edges and remove any rough pieces of wood as well, and I did that on all the sides and the back and the front of it. I removed some dust that I had on it, and then I'm going to paint it with 2 coats of my white apple barrel acrylic paint. And this is how they turned out. Now I'm going to add some Mod Podge to the top section of the coaster. Here I'm just checking to see which is the best side. So I added some Mod Podge to the front, as you see right there, and spread it around the entire surface, making sure that it was nice and wet and that it was even in every single section of that coaster. Then I took some of this tissue paper from Dollar Tree and I'm going to add it on to that coaster. Just doing the same kind of effect, just placing down one section and placing and rub it down slowly until it's completely adhered. Then I'm just cutting off the excess of the tissue paper, and I'm going to do the same exact thing with the other 3. Then I took a sturdy nail file from Dollar Tree and I'm going to go ahead and sand off that excess paper from all the edges, making sure to keep my strokes downwards to avoid any lifting or any tearing of the tissue on this top section of the coaster. And I repeated the same process with the other 3 coasters. The coasters came with these little felt stickers, so I'm going to add 4 to the back or to the bottom of each one of the coasters. And this is it for this one. Let me know what you think. It's a perfect gift, I think. For the next inspiration this evening, I will be using one of these little egg cups from the local thrift shop. I got it for 75 cents. Just going to go ahead and remove that sticker. It was quite easy to do. Most of it came off. I had a little bit left over, but I just scraped it off with my nail tool. Then I'm going to take this egg from Dollar Tree and remove that hanger. And I'm going to add some hot glue to the edges of that little egg stand. And I'm adding it all around. Then I'm going to press down the widest section of my egg, trying to keep it nice and straight onto that. Now I'm going to take some of these split berries that I got from Hobby Lobby. It was $2.99, 40% off, so it was pretty reasonable. And I'm going to use them to wrap around this egg. I started with the section at the top. I added a little bit of hot glue and placed that first bead onto that. And from that end, once it dried, I'm going to start wrapping this around the egg, trying to keep the same spacing with each time I go around. First, I wrap it without gluing to form it, and then I'm coming in with the hot glue to place it down. And I just kept going downward using the same procedure. Once I get towards the bottom, I'm going to wrap that pit berry on the edges of where the egg and the holder meet. I had created this DIY before, but I lost my footage. I had a problem with my SD card and my memory on my phone. So this will be one of the ones that I created, but I created two. You will see it in the final reveal. Once the two ends of pit berry meet, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess and glue down that little tip onto that seed. And the bowl turned out gorgeous. And here we go with the final reveal. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. And here are some suggestions that you are sure to enjoy. And you're more than welcome to binge away with this playlist as well. Thanks again so much for watching. You're amazing. Bye.